I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast.
Today's pep talk, I'm going to talk about telling kids what to do rather than what not to do. And this is part of communicating clearly, which I'm going to talk about on several pep talks, different aspects of how to communicate clearly so that you get the results you want. And what happens is a lot of times we don't communicate clearly, although we think we are, but children tend to take things very literally and they don't often read between the lines like we do. And they're also very good at misinterpreting things that we say as well. So in this case, we're going to talk about telling them what to do rather than what not to do. And what happens is if you tell a child, don't jump on the bed, what happens? Well, they usually keep jumping on the bed. And so then you'll yell a little louder, don't jump on the bed. And what do? They jump higher. And the louder we get, the higher they jump. And the reason for this is that kids' brains don't hear the don't. So when you say don't jump on the bed, what they're actually hearing is jump on the bed. And so then when you say it louder, they're hearing it louder and they jump higher. And while this may not technically be the truth, it's what happens in our reality. That the louder, the more often that we tell them not to do something, the more that they do it. So what we want to do is change that instead to a telling them what to do statement. So in this case of jumping on the bed, you'd like to say something like, put your bottom on the bed or put your feet on the floor. And this is a clear directive of what you want them to do, and they tend to do it. So in another case, I had my daughter who would blast the radio in the car too loud. This was after she got her driver's license. And I was concerned. And so instead of saying, don't play the radio too loud when you're driving, I said, I actually painted with nail polish a little mark. And I said, only play the radio as loud as where the mark is and no louder than that. So telling her what to do, play it up to number 3 or up to the point where the nail polish marker is a more directive instead of saying, don't play it so loud. So in each case, you probably find yourself telling your kids on many times during the day not to do something. So when you're noticing yourself giving them a don't instruction, don't fight with your sister. Well, what would I like from that child instead to do? Play nicely with your sister. Don't talk back to me. I want you to ask me respectfully for what you want. Don't run around the house and jump on the furniture. Keep your feet on the floor and walk at a normal pace. If you want to run, you can run outside. So think of ways that you can change what you're saying into a positive directive, something that they can do and something that is clearly specific so that they have a clear direction to go into. I hope this pep talk has been really helpful, and I think you'll find that you'll be able to use this every day, that you can switch saying a statement from a don't statement to a do statement, and you'll be very happy with the results that you'll get, because your kids tend to want to please you and they want to be successful, and when we communicate really clearly, then they can be successful and they tend to do the right thing. So have a great day and happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.